Hello, welcome to the Doings live show. I'm today's live streamer. Welcome. Hi, we are the manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. And if you are interested in this kind of equipment, you're welcome to contact with us by the WhatsApp or the telephone, the email. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic oil sludge pyrolysis plant, and we can get the flue oil of the products. Hello, and if you are interested, just feel free to contact with us. Welcome. We're now just now in the live stream, so just if you are interested of this kind of equipment, just feel free to ask. We are the Chinese company in Henan province, and we have our own factory. You are also welcome to our factory to have a visit, and all the equipment are made by our own workers, own engineer. If you are interested in this kind of, just feel free to contact with us. We have our clients in all the continent in more than 120 countries. So if you want to visit our client's factory to know more details about our equipment, you are also welcomed. But you need to contact with us first, to contact with our sales manager. Hi, hello, and you need to contact with our sales manager. Then you can have a visit to our factories or our client's factory to know more details. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire. I'm sorry, this is Chinese, and let's change it to English. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. You are welcomed to our factory and client's factory to have a visit. And if you want to know more details or any questions, you can type in a comment place. And about the equipment, about the production line, anything you want to know, you can just contact with us. Well, this 3D video shows us is one of the equipment, the batch type pyrolysis plant, and the raw material can be the waste tire with plastic, the oil sludge, the oil or the coal tar oil, and you can get the flue oil from it, and it sells very well. And if you want to know more details, just contact with us by the WhatsApp or email or telephone. Anyways, you're convenient. And let's have wait a minute. There's something wrong about the website. And welcome. We are the Chinese company in China, and now our office is in Henan province. Welcome. Good afternoon. Just feel free to ask about the questions of our equipment, and today we're going to share about some more configurations of the oil sludge or pyrolysis plant. Wait a minute, there's something wrong about the website, and just feel free to ask about the questions. We are the manufacturer. We have our own equipment in China. You are welcome to visit about the equipment. We are the Henan Doing. You can see that in this title, the Doing Environmental Protection Company Technology. And we have our branch company, our subsidiary company in Africa, in Nigeria. If you want to visit, it's also welcomed. Well, our equipment is for the waste things like the waste tire or waste plastic from our daily life, or from the medical waste, and other like the oil sludge, the coal tar sludge, this kind of waste things that we can make it to the flue oil or other production like the carbon black, like the steel wire and other products, and can make profit. And just this kind what our equipment do. And if you're interested, just feel free to ask. And we have 3 kinds of equipment: the batch type pyrolysis plant, the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, they have different configurations, different efficiency. Just if you want to know, you can type it. For example, I want to know more details about the fully continuous, and I will show you the 3D video. And now this showed us is the 3D video of the fully continuous. The efficiency of it is it can work 45 to 60 days without stop. And the advantage of it is it can feed the raw material and pyrolysis it and discharge carbon black at the same time. It has a very high efficiency, and it's more environmental friendly, because some countries and some governments are very strict about this pollutions, this environmental environmental pollutions. So we have the configurations, we have our equipment to deal with this, about the purification of the sulfurization of the waste gas we were released. So some clients will ask us that is your equipment have a pollution about the environment? Is it environmental friendly? And we can say it's yes. And we have our patent about the purification of the released gas. And we don't have the waste of the water or the pollution of the soil. We only have the waste of the gas, the flue gas. When it burns the furnace, it will have some gas, and we will release it in an environmental way. Hi, and welcome to our Doings Live show. I'm your today's live streamer, and if you're interested, just feel free to ask. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. If you are interested in this kind of things, or you have some products, you want to know more details, you can type it and I will answer your questions, or know more details about the data, the market. You can have a communication with our sales manager. Well, how to contact with us? You can leave your information, or for example your email, your telephone, or your WhatsApp. If you have a WeChat, it's more convenient to us. To send a message to us privately, and our sales manager will give you an introduction about our equipment. Well, just I said is the one of the equipment, the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. We also have the batch type and the semi-continuous pyrolysis plant. If you're interested, just feel free to ask about it. And later I will show you how this production, how this whole line work. Well, it includes the feeding area, the pyrolysis area, the condensing system, and the discharging system, and the purification system. These are whole the line, and we can get the flue oil after the pyrolysis. It will have a temperature of 200 to 400, and then after this heating, we can get the flue gas. Then by this condensing system, then we can get the flue oil from it, and we can sell it to the, for example, the cement factory, glass factory at a very high heating energy. It have a very high heating energy, more than 10,000 kcal each kilogram. So it's a very high market, very good market. And if you want to know, just contact with us. Well, our raw material of this kind of equipment include 2 main kinds. One is the solid waste. It includes like the waste tire, waste plastic, or some medical waste. They are all the solid waste. And another kind of waste things is the hazardous waste. Well, this kind of is the material that may have the oil are all called the hazardous waste. And this hazardous waste include like the oil sludge, the coal tar sludge. Well, this is kind of different between the hazardous waste in the configuration and in design. Later, I will show you a difference. Well, for example, of these configurations, we will have some difference between the hazardous waste and the solid waste. For example, the hazardous waste, like the oil sludge, it will have a problem that it will clog the furnace, or you can say the reactor, the inner wall of the reactor. So it's a very serious problem, and we need to solve it. Then we have our patent of the decaulking device to ensure there's no clog in it. And this is very the biggest problem that our clients of the oil sludge pyrolysis plant have. So the decaulking device, this have two effects. The first one is it will affect the service life of the furnace liner, and secondly, it will have just reduce the heating efficiency. Well, it will have influence of the heating efficiency of the whole line, because the heating raw material, like the natural gas, like the flue oil, can't heat the raw material inside. It will just all the way heat the cooked things. So just have some bad influences. And we have our decaulking device and different design of different equipment in different, like the batch type. We have the pyrolysis suitable for the batch type, and we have the other decaulking line that's suitable for the fully continue and a semi-continue. And just you want to know this kind of details, and just contact with us privately, because this is kind of patent of us. And just to know more details, just feel free to ask. And welcome our new friends. Welcome. It's now afternoon in China. So any questions you want to know, feel free to ask. We have three kinds of equipment: the batch type pyrolysis plant, and semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, and fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Well, it will deal to different kinds of state of your raw material. For example, if your raw material is the oil sludge, and we have the solid oil sludge, and the semi-solid, or the liquid oil sludge, semi-liquid, and due to a different state of your oil sludge, we will have different configurations. For example, the solid and semi-solid oil sludge, it will have a lower oil and water content, but with a high amount of the residue. So we can use the batch type pyrolysis plant. It's suitable for this kind of oil sludge. Or if you have the oil sludge, for example, the light tank sludge is very thin and have a very high water content and the oil content. So you can use the distillation equipment, or you can use the fully continuous or semi-continuous, are all suitable for this kind of raw material. And we also have other kind of the oil sludge, for example, the steel mile, land oil sludge, or other, for example, the oil-based rock chips, and other condiments, the oil condiment, are also can use this kind of pyrolysis plant, and we can get the oil from it. So if you have kind of the raw materials, you can send your material to us, and it's a free service for you to have a test, to have a configuration, kind of a test about your oil yield of your product, so we can have an analysis about the market or the profit you can get. Okay, and this is what today's live show will show you, and our service for you. And also we have our other kind of the hazardous waste, like the like the solid, semi-solid oil sludge, the light tank oil sludge, or some oil sludge that have large soil from it. Then in different design, we can have analysis from you. For example, there are different type of the oil sludge, from the drilling, or the light tank, or from the steel mill. Well, this due to different kind of the oil sludge, we will have different design. And welcome our new friends. Any questions you want to know, just feel free to ask. We are the doing company in China, and for the is a manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis machine, and we can use our raw material to have a product, and we can get the flue oil from it. It's a reuse or recycle about the waste things. If you're interested, you can type it in the comment place about your questions, or you can leave your WhatsApp, your WeChat, or your email to send your message to us privately, and our sales manager will contact with you and give you more details about the equipment, or the market, or the profit. Welcome. Now we are in China, in Henan province, and we have our own factory to have a manufacturer of all the equipment. So any questions, just feel free to ask in the comment place, or send a message to us privately. Well, we also have other hazardous waste. Well, this kind of waste, you can get the flue oil from it, and the flue oil you can use at the cement factory, glass factory, or other ways. And in some countries, for example, is in Korea or other countries, there are some treatment fees from it, or some policy subsidies from it. Some of our clients will make the profits from the policy subsidies, not to sell the gas, not to sell the oil. These are some difference of different regions. Or if you have this kind of hazardous waste license, then you can get some treatment fees, because we can't just throw this kind of waste randomly. We need to have a process from it. Then we can get the treatment fees from other market. This is one of our profit from. Other questions you want to know, just feel free to ask. Well, if your raw material is the hazardous waste, it will have some of our clients will give us the monitoring report. This kind of monitoring report in China, it is about the HWO8, and this HWO8 waste. So it will have the monitoring report, will show us the oil yield, the oil content, and the water content, and we can use your report, have an analysis about your oil yield and the profit you can get. This is all our service. We have our we have our engineering team can give you this device. Well, there are some difference between the hazardous waste and the solid waste pyrolysis equipment, because if you have used this oil sludge as the raw material to get the flue oil, and the equipment or the configurations is kind of different. For example, the raw material, the material of the reactor, or you can say the furnace, is kind of different. We need the stainless steel to have a heat, because the first things, the oil sludge contains a corrosive. So we need this kind of raw material, the furnace. And the second reason is the heating temperature is much more higher than the conventional raw materials, such as the raw material or the waste plastic. So we need the stainless steel to have this furnace. And our other raw material, for example, the waste tire, waste plastic, we only need the common reactor. Well, the design is very different. Well, if you want to know more details, just you can contact with us. Well, how to contact with us? You can leave your WhatsApp number, your telephone number, or email to us. Then our sales manager will contact with you immediately to give you more introduction. Or you can come to our own factory to have a visit, or you can come to our client's factory to know more details about the all the production line or the configurations. Or any questions you want to know, you can type in the comment place. Well, for example, the treatment or the design, the configuration is different between different raw material or different capacity. For example, if you have the solid or if you have the liquid state of the oil yield, the oil sludge, then you need to reduce the water from it by drying or the filter process or other centrifuge to throw away the water, to dry the water from the oil sludge. Then we can just put it into the pyrolysis plant. These are all the pre-process production. Well, due to different raw material and different equipment we choose. We have different pre-process design and different design of the feeding area, different kind of pyrolysis.
有买家进入直播间了。
Hi, welcome. We are doing rope. If you have any interested of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant, you want to get oil from the wastings, you can contact with us. Hi, you can contact with us and leave you or send a message to us privately of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. You want to know more details, just send a message to us privately. And we have different kind of equipment. I want to get your... okay, wait a minute. So have you ever sent I saw you have sent a private message to us. Wait a minute. My assistant will contact with you. Wait a minute. Well, about the catalog, we need to send it privately, and we have three kinds of equipment. The batch type, the capacity is 10 tons per day, 12 tons per day, and 15 tons per day. And about the fully continue, the capacity can reach to 50 tons per day. And the fully continue, semi-continue, the capacity is 12 tons, 15 tons, 18 tons, 20 tons. Wait a minute, I will show you the catalog or some introduction about it. Well, or if the information is not you want, you can wait a minute and my assistant will send you privately. So hi everybody. Welcome. If you're interested in this kind of equipment, just feel free to ask about the questions. Wait a minute. I will show you some introduction of the picture and the words. Well, this is the raw material of us, and we have 3 kinds of equipment. The first one is the fully continuous pyrolysis plant. Can you see it? Let's hide it behind me. Okay, and this is the fully continuous, and this is a picture in Chongqing in China, and the capacity of it is 15, 20, 30 to 50 tons per day. Well, it can work without stop for 45 to 60 days and can work 24 hours without stop. This is its advantages. Well, compared with the batch type pyrolysis plant, the batch type need to cool down the reactor, need to stop and to discharge the carbon black. Well, its efficiency is we have 1 batch for 1 day, and this can run 45 days without stop. And the fully automatic, the advantages, the fully automatic, the PLC system, so it's more labor saving, and the continuous production for 24 hours, a big capacity and time and labor saving. This is a 3D photo. You can have a look. Can you see it clearly? Okay, and here. Well, we have the this is the feeding system, and the pyrolysis system is 26 meter if you chose the 50 tons, and the condensing system to condense the oil, and the discharging system discharge carbon black, and all the removal system about the pollution to deal with the pollution, and the desulfurization system, desulfurization tower. Well, about this kind of oil removal system, we will have one of the products is a tail gas. The tail gas can return to the reactor at the heating energy. Well, we just if you chose the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and we only need 8 hours to use our own factory, own heating energy, like the syngas, the tail gas, the natural gas, or the oil, or the coal wood, and the next days, the next 20 days, 40 days, we only need the tail gas. We can only use the tail gas to have a heating about the reactor. It's much more safe of this equipment, of the sales of this heating energy. The condensing system, and then the desulfurization system. Well, different countries have different policies of the environmental equipment. Well, our equipment have different design, can reach to your standard. You can have a contact with us. Hi, and welcome our new friends. So any questions, just feel free to ask. This is the doing company. Okay, let's go on. Today's topic is about the configuration of the hazardous waste, the flue oil, the oil sludge, or the coal tar sludge. Well, the configuration is much more same of this kind of equipment, the solid waste. There's just 2 main difference is we need a decocking device to solve the serious problem of the furnace, the inner of the furnace. And the second difference is that we need the stainless steel to build the reactor. This is kind of 2 difference. Just any questions you want to know, feel free to ask. For example, you want to know more details about the waste tire pyrolysis plant, or you want to have more information about the fully continuous pyrolysis plant, you can type your requirement. Oh, hello. This is the doing rope, and today we are now sharing about the manufacturing of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. Well, the difference between the hazardous waste and the solid waste are not only about the configurations, or the policy is different. For example, in China, we need to go to the hazardous waste treatment center for the principal environmental protection, to have the license, to have for example, the environmental assessment, to install the equipment. We need some insurance or some license, some certificate. This is kind of different. Or for example, in China, this kind of production needs to have the chemical line. This production is kind of chemical production. We need the chemical line, and about the standard is much more stricter than the solid waste. So this is kind of different, and in different regions is different. So you can leave your area or the area you want to have this kind of project, and we can contact with you, our different sales manager. Well, there's can tell you or have introduction about the policies in your regions of your equipment, or if they have some subsidies of the this kind of projection, we can tell you. We have our equipment in more than 120 countries. You can also come to our client's factory to have a visit about more details. This is the waste things, pyrolysis, to recycle it waste things, to recycle the oil. And you can see that this is our raw material and oil yield. Can you see it clearly? Let's hide. Oh, and this is the raw material, hazardous waste and solid waste. Hazardous waste include the rubber tire, waste plastic, oil sludge. Oil sludge and the coal tar oil is the hazardous waste, and the aluminium plastic is the solid waste. Well, we have different kind of the product. For example, if your raw material is the waste tire, then we can get the pyrolysis oil, the carbon black, and the steel wire from it. Well, the pyrolysis oil is a very high heating energy, more than 10,000 kcal each kilogram, and can sold it at the glass factory, silt factory, cement factory. And the carbon black, it also have very high heating energy, more than 7,000 kcal. Or you can have a deep process of it to use it at the to process it for the rubber, paint, or other kind of ways. Steel wire, you can just sell it or melt it. It just can also sell it in a good price. This is the product that the raw material is the waste tire, and with plastic you also can get the plastic oil or other carbon black from it. Hello. If you want to know more details, you can send your message to us privately to know more details. Welcome our new friends. And you can get the syngas. The syngas, or you can see that tail gas. Well, it can use it directly. It can return to the reactor and use it to heat the furnace, to heat the reactor. If you chose the fully continue, so here is a fully continue. Oh my God! If you chose the fully continue, if you chose the fully continue, and you only need the 8 hour for to heat the furnace, and the next few days, 40 days to 65 days, you only can use the tail gas to heat the reactor to have a combustion. Hi, welcome our new friends. Any questions you want to know? You can type it in the comment place to know the catalog, or the quotation, you can send your requirements to us privately about the quotation or know more details about different production. Then our sales manager can contact with you to give you this information. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire, waste plastic, oil sludge, coal tar sludge, pyrolysis plant. Hi, we are the Chinese company. Just any questions, feel free to ask, or some other requirements, you can type it in the comment place. Hello. You can leave your raw material you want to produce, or your capacity, or the equipment that you're interested. We have 3 kinds of equipment. This is a fully continue, and this is the semi-continue, and the batch type pyrolysis plant. Also, it's very popular. Okay, and let's go on. We have 3 kinds of the equipment. If you want to know, feel free to ask. And this kind of equipment, the raw materials and the configuration is kind of different. Well, due to different raw material, different capacity. For example, if your raw material is a waste tire, and you can choose the batch type pyrolysis plant, fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and the semi-continue. But if you chose the continuous plant, well, you need to process your whole tire to the tire or rubber powder. Then we can ensure that it can just feed and pyrolysis and discharge the carbon black at the same time. Well, this is some different raw material, and if your raw material is a plastic, it have different oil yield. If you have the pure plastic, your oil yield can reach to 90%. And if you have some mixed plastic, some garbage of the waste daily life, some waste of the medical things, then the oil yield is different between how many oil you have, how many water is in it. From 10% to 80%. It's not sure. Well, we can have a test for you. It's a free service. You can send your message to us, and our sales manager will give you a test about the oil yield or the profit analysis. Why this can't see me clearly? Hello, welcome our new friends. How are you? Well, if you have any questions about our equipment, you can type it. This is what our pyrolysis plant do. The raw material, and we can get the product is all you and other things. Welcome. It's not clear to see me. Let's have a test. What's going on? Well, if you have any questions, you can just type it or leave your requirements to us privately. Hello, any questions you have? We are the doing company in China for the manufacture of the waste tire with plastic things. And we can have introduction about the raw material or the market profit we can get. Well, it's very not convenient to have introduction in this live show. We can communicate it privately, and our sales manager will give you an introduction about the quotation or the market or how many profit you can get between different kind of raw materials and what your products can sell, the policy of different regions. You can type where you want to have this project in the comment place, and I can tell you whether we have our clients in this place, and you can have a visit about this kind of factory. Hello. Or you just want more information, you can leave your WhatsApp number or your email or telephone to us. Just whatever you can convenient contact with us. Welcome. We are the doing group from China. Let's have an introduction about different this different equipment. We have 3 kinds of different equipment. The fully continuous pyrolysis plant, and the capacity is 10 tons per day, 20 tons, 30 tons, or 50 tons per day. This advantages is it can use the PLC system, is fully automatically, and it can continuous production for 24 hours. Compared with a batch type, the batch type will need to stop to discharge the carbon black and cool down the reactor, but this project don't need this kind of produce. And the big process capacity, have a biggest capacity is 15 tons, and the common one is 15 tons. And the time and labor saving, this is the 3D picture. A semi-continuous pyrolysis plant, our capacity can have 20 tons or 15 tons, 12 tons. And the advantages: automatic feeding, high efficiency, energy saving, good performance. Batch type pyrolysis plant have the daily capacity of 10 tons, 2 tons, 5 tons, 10 tons, 12 tons, 15 tons, and 20 tons. But most of our clients will choose the 12 tons or 15 tons because it's much more heavy to have the 20 tons because the equipment is very heavy and the tire is much more heavy. It will have an influence about the back of the ground. So advantages: easy operation, cost effectively, and good stability. Multiple use. Almost all the equipment that have can use the pyrolysis plant can all use the batch type to pyrolysis. This is advantages. And good stability. Well, we can have 10 tons of the waste tire for each day. Cost effectively because it's much more cheaper than the semi-continuous and fully continuous. It's much more efficiency. For example, if our clients or some clients of us will tell us, I'm not very clear about the market and I want to have some fuel capacity, and nowadays if this market is very good, and I will just buy more machine, and we can choose the batch type, choose 1 line or 2 line, because there's some policy in China that we need to process 20,000 of the raw material. 20,000 kilograms of material. 20,000 tons of the raw material. So it's very strict in China. And the easy cooperation, it's very labor saving. We need 2 workers in the feeding system, and we don't need the workers in the pyrolysis system. Just need to have a monitor to test about the temperature and press. Then the discharging system, we need 2 or 3 workers. Welcome. Any questions you can ask in the comment place, and we will end this live show in maybe 10 minutes. So any questions you can ask it now. Thank you for your sharing. If you want to know more, just can contact with us. Hello, and well, we are the doing group. If you have any questions, you can ask, and later I will show you some other details of our production. Okay, you can see this is a product we can get and what we can use it for. Well, we can get the flue oil from the waste tire with plastic oil sludge. The oil is different. We can get the tire oil with tire oil, the plastic oil, the oil from oil sludge, and all they can use at the blower heating, or you can sell it at the glass factory, cement factory, or other factory, or it can use at the heavy oil generator. Or if you want to have a very high quality of the oil, you can have a refining of it, use the distillation equipment. Then you can refine it to diesel, and the diesel can use that, for example, the agricultural machine, mining machine, or the ferry, this kind of places. The syngas is can use it directly to use it return to the reactor at a high heating energy, or just burn it to link with other factory needs this kind of heating system. Aluminium ingot. If your raw material is the aluminium plastic, then we can have the aluminium ingot. It's much more expensive than the flue oil. Or we can use it in industrial manufacturing, or just sell it directly. In China, it can sell it more than 10,000 RMB. Well, it's in different countries or different regions. The market will change. Carbon black, can burn it directly, or just sell it, or the steel wire, we can get it from the waste tire. This is the profit analysis. Due to the feedback or the internet, you can have a look. Now the market is changing. It's not very. I'm not very sure it's now. You can get the cost and income, but you can have a reference about the profit. Well, the cost we need to have is the waste tire, the electricity consumption, and the fitting flue, the manpower, and the income we can get per day is the flue oil. It can sell it to different markets you are in, and the carbon black and the steel wire. So any questions, just you can have a way, you can talk with us. Well, we'll end this live show in 2 minutes, in 5 minutes maybe. So any questions, just feel free to contact with us. There are some advantages, you can have a look. Hello, welcome our new friends. We are the manufacturer of the waste tire with plastic pyrolysis plant. You can leave your question about the industry in the commonplace, or leave your requirements to us privately. Well, if there are no more questions, and we will end today's live show. This is some advantages of our equipment. Well, the furnace of the raw material of the furnace. We use the stainless steel of 304 or 306. Your raw material is the oil sludge, then we can choose the stainless steel. Or if you are common raw material like the tire or plastic, you can choose the blower plant. It's made of 60 millimeter of the plant. And the different design between us and other company is the round shape reactor has. It have the very it can withstand high pressure and temperature. And the welding process, we have 3-style welding process, and we are welded by the welding machine, not the workers. And this is one-piece design, and no risks of cracking, long machine service life. It's different, or our advantages of different companies. For materials installation cover. Well, you can see this is a furnace, and we have the installation cover outside it. Well, if you touch it when it's working, it's a very safe temperature. It don't have any dangerous of it, and will protect the heating energy and prevent the release of the gas. Multiple fire protection tags, guaranteed quality control. And this is some patent of us. So for example, this odor removal system, or you can say exhausted gas cleaning system. We can have the same. We will have the tail gas from the reactor, and the tail gas can return to the reactor to have as a heating energy. But if you just burn it directly, it will have some bad smell. For example, this harmful gas. And during this kind of purification system, we can release it, and then throw this, and then it will return to the reactor. Well, if you chose the fully continue, and we only need 8 hours to heat our own heating energy, like the natural gas, and the next few days we only need the tail gas. And the flue gas purification system, the only pollution we will have is the gas, the flue gas. We don't have a pollution of water, the soil, or other waste. The flue gas, we have the purification system will reach to a different standard of our regions. Hello. If you want to know more, just you can leave your message or contact with us directly. Well, we are the doing rope in China. And if you want to have this kind of equipment, you can contact with us by the WhatsApp or the telephone or the email, or send a message to us privately to leave your message. And our live show will have an end today. Thank you for your watching. Hi, if you want to have questions about this kind of manufacturer, you can type it. And I'll make sure there's no any questions. Then I will end today's live show. This is the raw material and the products we can get. Well, if there's no more questions, it's time to say goodbye. Okay, and it is all things today's live show have. And thank you for your watching today. Have a nice day.